We got general delays today at 183 northbound at 969, 79 westbound near County Road 402, 79 westbound also slows around FM 685. That's your Austin traffic update for Thursday. Be safe.
So we're at the airport now. It is 6:25. I want to be starting up and taxiing away by about 6:45, so that means we got about 20 minutes. And I think I'm gonna file IFR. Well, it was saying few. Sometimes it's scattered, sometimes it's broken. It's flowing from south to north. These clouds are about at 1,400 feet. According to ForeFlight, it shows that it's gonna be like that a little bit north, and then it's gonna dwindle off to few up at Georgetown, but it was saying few here too, so who knows. It's no big deal. This is what an instrument rating is for. It's by no means close to minimums or anything like that. It's just a low morning scud layer, very common around here.
From this distant vantage point, the Earth might not seem of any particular interest. But for us, it's different. Thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines. Every hunter and forager, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilization. Every king and peasant, every young couple in love, every mother and father, every saint and sinner in the history of our species.
San Marcos Airport information, Lima, 2245, Zulu weather, wind 150 at 12, visibility 10, sky clear below 12,000, temperature 37, dew point 19er, altimeter 29er80. Visual approach and use, landing and departing, runway 13 or runway 17. All aircraft advised on initial contact. You have Lima.
Alright, transponders at altitude, carb heat is cold, mixture is rich, flaps are up, fuel selector is on both, trim is set for takeoff, and we're going to get the strobe lights on when we take the runway. And we're ready to go. Tower opens in 3 minutes, so they cannot issue me a takeoff clearance, so it's all on me. San Marcos traffic, Skyhawk 80991 departing runway 13 at Juliet, going to be a left-hand turnout to the north VFR, San Marcos. We're clear uprange and we're clear downrange. Strobe lights coming on. Lining up on the center line here, altimeter looks good, everything looks good. Our gyros are reacting correctly, including the turn coordinator. We're lined up, heels down to the floor, full power. There's full throttle. Engines in the green, everything looks normal. Airspeed's alive. 55 knots. There's 60, rotate. Tap on the brakes, get those wheels to stop spinning. And that'd be a positive rate of climb, gear up. We're gonna hear the San Marcos Tower open up here in a minute. Alright. Begin our left-hand turnout, we're about 400 feet up now. She is climbing like crazy. Really weird taking off in the daytime without talking to tower. They open in 2 minutes. 1 minute. San Marcos traffic, Skyhawk 80991 climbing through 1,400, just departed runway 13. Northbound, gonna be exiting the airspace to the north, San Marcos. Alright, we got clean VFR right now, just like a few clouds here. Other than that, it's a pretty morning. Hazy, really hazy. But that's Texas in the springtime for you. The humidity is.
Terminal 1200 Zulu, San Marcos Tower is resuming Class Delta services. Information Alpha current on the ATIS runway 17 in use, wind 180 at 6, altimeter 29905.
29905. Alright, passing through 2,200. Here comes the sun. Da 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 da. I see a little bit of a cloud layer off to the left here, and not much to my right, which is good. That's ultimately the direction we're going to be going today. I can't really see up ahead of me too far because of the haze, super hazy, but Craig said it was broken 1200 at Georgetown. Go ahead and switch to Austin departure. Austin approach Skyhawk 80991.
Southwest 2566. Contact Houston Center 134.2.
Go ahead and level off here.
134.2, Southwest 2566.
Who else is calling?
Skyhawk 80991 just departed San Marcos. IFR to Georgetown, like our clearance. Have a good.
80991, squawk 4605.
4605 in the squawk 80991. Squawk 4605. And we're at 3,200. I want to get down to 3,000. Because that's what my
80991, we're to contact 6 north of San Marcos. Cleared to Georgetown via flighting 350, maintain 3,000.
350, maintain 3,000, clear to Georgetown 80991. Alright, heading 350, we're going to set our DG and 350. Oh, my coffee didn't spill on takeoff. Now, if my coffee spilled, and I wouldn't be able to drink my coffee anymore, I think that's grounds for declaring an emergency. On a morning flight? Come on. It's necessary. Not only is it necessary, it is required that I have coffee with me in the cockpit. All I need are some goldfish and I'm set. DG's looking good. Level 3,000. It's a good day to be alive. IFR, it's necessary to stay ahead of the game, so we're going to put 18.6 in the standby radio here and see. We're not quite getting Georgetown ATIS yet. 119.0, and we're probably going to stay on 119.0, so let's go ahead and put 2022 in the standby on COM 1, and that's Georgetown Tower. Took a right turn just a little bit, 4605 in the squawk, transponder's working, ADS-B's working. We're cooking with peanut oil. Wow, it's been a while since I've flown IFR by myself. A lot of people think that I have an autopilot in this airplane.
75 Pop Echo, Austin.
We don't have an autopilot in this airplane yet.
Climb maintain 12000, proceed direct to Muse.
Alright, climb maintain 12,000 direct to Muse for 75 Pop Echo.
Skyhawk 80991. Georgetown's advertising the RNAV to 18, flighting 360. This will be vector to final, and advise when you have uniform.
We'll advise when you have uniform 360 for the RNAV 188091. Alright, heading 360.
Series in effect. VFR craft advise ground control departure intentions. Advise on initial contact, you have uniform. Georgetown Tower, ATIS information uniform. 153 weather. Wind calm, visibility 10 miles. Sky sea 400 overcast. Temperature 24, dew point 22, altimeter 2997. RNAV GPS approach in use, landing and departing, runway 18. Part advisories in effect. VFR craft advise ground control departure intentions. Advise on initial contact, you have uniform.
Skyhawk 80991 has uniform.
80991, roger. 712 Bravo Delta Austin departure, radar contact, line maintain 12,000, proceed direct to payday.
Alright, we have uniform. We're going to go ahead and put the 430 on GPS. We're going to select the RNAV runway 18. And we're going to select vectors to final. No, actually, we're going to select Dagu. We're going to activate, because we can always go back and activate vectors to final later. So for now, we're flying heading 360 and 3000. And we can begin briefing the approach. Alright, we got a WASP channel here, so we want this on GPS. So our CDI is going to be showing us a GPS data. Approach course is going to be 178. Changing this CDI on a GPS approach does absolutely nothing. It's just for situational awareness. I'll go ahead and put this guy on 178 too. We're going to 5,000 foot runway. We're touching down at close to 800 feet. ATIS is 18.6. We already got that. We're talking to Austin approach. And tower 2022 is in the standby. Coming back to my instruments, making sure on heading on altitude. And we're also in VMC, so it is our responsibility to see and avoid. We're getting vectors to final. If we're outside of Silu, we need to maintain at or above 3,100 feet. If we're inside Silu, but outside Finu, which is the final approach fix, we need to maintain at or above 2,400 feet. We'll get vector to final, we'll get our PTAC, which is the position, turn, altitude, clearance, and then at that point we'll intercept the course, and then intercept the glide path at Finu at 2,400 unless we intercept it higher if we're at a higher altitude, and then we'll follow it down. We have a WAS GPS here, so we are. So if we do have good rain coverage, which it'll let us know if we don't. We're going to be shooting the LPV approach. Our decision altitude is going to be 1,036.
Perfect. 17 left, 516.
Which is 250 feet AGL.
Papa Echo, contact Houston Center 134.2. 34.2, take care, front 75 Papa Echo.
Missed approach instructions, we're going to climb. If we have to go missed, we're going to climb straight out to 1,300 feet. Left climbing turn to 3,000 feet direct to the DART intersection. And there's a holding pattern at the DART intersection.
Show 6120 Austin departure, radar contact, clear direct, I Lexi, climb maintain 12000.
I would consider that approach briefed. Now we're just waiting for further instructions.
Departure Southwest 2431, we're out of 2 for 4000, heading 190. South 2431 Austin departure, radar contact, climb maintain 12000, proceed direct to payday. 12,000 direct to payday, Southwest 2431. Gulfstream 6 Charlie, turn right heading 210, maintain 2,500.
Okay, right 21, heading 210 and down to 2,500, 516 Charlie.
Engine instruments looking good, suction is sufficient, which is important while we're in the clouds.
Morning departure, American 1595, leaving 2100 for 4, planning the LOL2.
South 1341 Austin departure, radar contact, clear direct I Lexi, climb maintain 12000. American 1595 Austin departure, radar contact, clear direct LOL, contact, or climb maintain 12000.
Right turn direct LOL and climb to 12,000 American 1595.
Citation 2 Bravo Delta, connect Houston Center 134.2. Shuttle 6120, connect Houston Center 132.15.
Departure, good morning, Delta 2929 out of 1,800 for 4,100 heading.
Delta 2929 Austin departure, radar contact, clear direct payday, climb maintain 12000.
Direct payday up to 12,000, Delta 2929.
South 2431, flooding 240, center vector, contact Houston Center 134.2.
Okay, heading 240 and you said 34.2?
Yeah, 34.2.
34.2, Southwest 2431, skip.
885 Judge Foxtrot Austin departure, radar contact, clear direct I Lexi, climb maintain 12000.
This is something you really got to watch out for because you got this cloud layer right here. When you're in the clear like this, you know, we got blue sky above us and everything. It can be tempting to use...
Skylane 9 uniform, clear direct land passes.
It can be tempting to use that little cloud layer as a horizon.
Houston Center 132.15.
Don't do it. I just started to do that, and I looked down at my attitude indicator and turn coordinator, and they both agreed that I was in a slight right-hand turn.
34.2, American 1595.
The cloud layer is slanted. All right, trucking along, heading in altitude. All's good.
Skyhawk 991, flooding 020.
020, 80991. Alright, DG looks good. Right hand turn to 020.
Citation 5 Juliet Foxtrot, contact Houston Center 132.15.
Goes real gentle turn over, maintain 3,000.
Austin, connection 6254 Pop at 3,500 feet eastbound to Hooks Airport, Houston.
Georgetown Tower, Aegis information uniform, time 1153, zero weather. Wind calm, visibility 10 miles, sky conditions ceiling 1,400, overcast. Temperature 24, dew point 22, altimeter 297. RNAV GPS
2,000 for 4,000.
Landing departing, runway 18.
79 Extra Austin, departure, climb and maintain 8,000.
I'll maintain 8,000, there's nothing extra.
Skyhawk 991, turn right heading 040.
040, 991.
Piper 65-4 Papa, can you hear me yet?
54 Pop, I'm reading you now. I'm out of 4800 for 5500 at eastbound Hooks Airport.
I love these rosin visors. Looks like our DG could use a little adjusting.
469 Tango X-ray, descend to maintain 8000, contact San Antonio 127.1.
Down to 827.1, under Tango X-ray.
Alright, we're definitely not going to Daegu now. Or it would be unrealistic for him to change his mind for us to do that, so we're going to go ahead and activate vectors to final. $3,000, 040 on the heading. Into the sun. Alright. And then once we're approaching the final approach fix, that's when I want to start thinking about getting the airplane set up for landing. In a complex airplane, that's where you want to, think about getting your gear down, first notch of flaps, all that kind of stuff. In this airplane, really, it's just carb heat flaps. And when we're on the descent, when we're coming down into the clouds on the descent, and when we've got the power back, we really want to get that carb heat out, because we're in visible moisture. And with that low RPM, it's much easier for carb ice to build. Austin approach is pretty good about not blowing you through the localizer or through the approach path, so hopefully that's not what's going to happen.
Cessna 991, turn right heading 140, join the final approach course.
140 to join, 80991. There she is, 140.
991's 5 miles to Finu, maintain 3000 till established final approach course, cleared RNAV 18.
Maintain 3000 till established, cleared RNAV 18, 80991. Beautiful. Alright, standard rate right hand turn, maintaining 3000, coming around to 140. We're going to maintain 3000 till we're established on the final approach course, which means the needle has come off the stop and it's on its way in. That's when I can start to, use my judgment as to when I want to begin the turn. Alright, 140 on the heading. And a little gyro adjustment there. And keep her coming around, waiting for the needle to come in. We're going to maintain 3000, 140, and the needles have stopped bouncing, and I see the approach course coming in. We're cleared for the RNAV 18. This is going to be one of our last chances to check our gyro. Inbound course is 178. I see both of the needles coming in now. That's exactly what I want to see.
991, contact Georgetown Tower.
Georgetown Tower, 80991. Begin the right-hand turn. Intercepting the approach course. Georgetown Tower, Skyhawk, 80991, RNAV 18.
November 80991, Georgetown Tower, report the final approach fix inbound, altimeter 29er, 9er.
2999, report Finu inbound, 80991. We got about a 10-degree offset here, and we've got one hell of a crab, because we've got a bit of a wind out there. We're going to get onto the localizer, maintain 3000 until established, which we're established, but we're going to maintain 3000 until we hit this vertical guidance, and then we're just going to let the vertical guidance guide us down.
1600 Hotel, left downwind for touch and go.
Coming up on the vertical guidance, I'm going to go ahead and get the carb heat out. We're still at 3000. We're right on the needles now. All right, we're going to begin reducing power and start our descent. We are 1.6 miles out from Finu, at which we will need to report Georgetown Tower that we're inbound on the final approach fix. At the final approach fix. Power is coming out. Boost pump, cow flaps, carb heats out, gas is on the full tank, undercarriage is down, mixture full rich, prop full forward, power is set, straps were strapped in, and flaps. We're going to wait for the wide arc on that. Bring her left just a little bit. We're about a half dot above glide slope, or above the glide path. We're coming down. Oh my god, 68 knots over the ground. That's ridiculous. I may just not use any flaps here. The runway's plenty long. Just for the sake of not going slower than a dude on a bicycle. Right on the needles. 2600. Half a mile from final approach fix. God, I love flying IFR. Georgetown Tower, Skyhawk 80991, Finu inbound.
Cessna 901, runway 18 clear to land.
18 clear to land, 80991. That's beautiful. I just saw the runway emerge out of the clouds right out there. We're a pretty good ways off. This is like a little scattered, marginal, not even a ceiling. Just coming down through the clouds. We are clear to land, runway 18. Now that we have the runway in sight, that doesn't mean we can just go visual and deviate from the needles. We're cleared for the RNAV runway 18. We're not cleared for the visual. We're cleared for the RNAV 18. So air traffic control collectively expects us to fly this approach. Georgetown Tower 80991, base is out here about 2,200.
991, roger, thank you.
They usually appreciate pilot reports like that. Or PIREP for short. We'll nose down trim. I'm doing 90 knots. I'm just going to keep the speed up, especially because I'm visual now. If we were in the clouds, I wouldn't be worrying about my slow ground speed and all that kind of stuff. I would have already had flaps down. I'd be doing this very systematically, but now I'm out of the clouds and I'm visual, so I'm okay. I'm comfortable with going faster, coming down faster. Still a little bit high. There's Forna, and at Forna we're supposed to be at 1480.
Georgetown Tower, Mini 169er Hotel, traffic inside.
169er Hotel number 2, runway 18 clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 18
right out there.
169er Hotel.
We are clear to land. Yeah, at this point I don't think I'm going to add any flaps. This airplane's pretty good at slowing down. She'll scream along pretty good for a 172 when you got the throttle wide open, but man, when you pull that power back and just ease the yoke back and use that aerodynamic braking, she slows down. Little nose up trim, easing the power out, and I'm just going to ease the nose up to arrest this. Oh, by the way, that was minimums. So right now is about when we'd be breaking out of the clouds. That's the lowest we can go. If we didn't see the runway by now, we'd have to go missed. Go around. Alright, power come to idle, coming down through 70 knots. We're a little low, but that's okay. Over the runway, and just letting the speed bleed off until she's ready to stop flying.
That's 991, where would you like to park?
Going to Aerojet.
991, turn left, taxiway, Juliet left on Alpha, Charlie, cross Alpha 1, Aerojet, monitor ground 119.12, 1912.
1912, turn left at Juliet here, left at Alpha, and then we will, what was the rest of that?
November 991, left on Alpha, turn right on Charlie, it's the next right, up there 2/3 ahead, and Aerojet will be directly across the Alpha 1 taxiway.
Okay, got you. Right on Charlie and cross Alpha 1 straight into Aerojet 80991. Sometimes my aviation videos require more of a storytelling aspect of it, and it requires a lot of context and interviews, and it's very cinematic, almost like a documentary or a movie. Then there's the really technical videos that actually go into depth about some regulation or some rule or procedure and whatnot, and I talk about a lesson learned or something. And then there's videos like this. They're a little bit longer in nature, and they're a bit more raw in the sense that I kept a lot of the procedures and the nitty-gritty technical aviation stuff in the video. To me, it just wouldn't have felt right to cut this video down any shorter than it was, not to mention that it was a beautiful morning IFR flight and the sights were beautiful. But if you're a super aviation nerd like myself, watching a video like this where you kind of get immersed into the cockpit setting and you almost feel like you're aboard the flight with all the ATC communications and the shot out the window as we're cutting through the clouds and everything, it immerses you into the whole situation. You kind of get surrounded by the sights and sounds of this setting in the cockpit on the flight. And to me, that's one of the many things that will make a good aviation video. So that's why I kind of kept this video the way it was. If you like this flight vlog, definitely go down and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can be notified next time a flight video is released. Also, if you did like this video, please go give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs down and leave a comment down below to tell me why you didn't like it, because that helps me improve my videos every day. If you want to help out and support the channel, I have a Patreon page, patreon.com/MrAviation101. When you sign up as a Patreon supporter on my page, you name the amount that you pledge per videos, and based on the amount that you chose, you can get early access to videos before they go live on YouTube, or get access to bonus videos that actually aren't going to go live on YouTube. They're meant for patrons only. And of course, as always, I want you to stay happy, stay healthy, stay current, and stay proficient. Get out there, exercise your privileges as a pilot, and polish your skills. Always keep an open mind to learning something new every day. We'll catch you on the next one.